Hey everybody, it's Jenny and I'm back again this week with another plan as I go. I am so sorry there was a delay. I really thought that I was going to be back at it again, but you know how that goes. Anyway, I have pulled out this sticker kit from Let's Plan It, and these are my absolute favorites because I love the paper. I love that it has full boxes. I love that it has half and quarter boxes and that it has decorative stickers. It really is just sort of the perfect trifecta for me. Was it a trifecta? Anyway, for using this planner. I am using a 7x9, which is the same size as a classic Happy Planner, Plum Paper Planner. Though, spoiler alert, the end of November is the end for me because I started using this planner in December of last year. So I'll be switching over here shortly. Now I have added my 3 decorative clusters in a visual triangle, just a little bit of layering on each one using the supplemental sheet in the corners, and then up at the top I just layered 2 boxes together. The pink one wasn't one that I was ordinarily drawn to using, so I just used it underneath as my layer. Now I am searching for a highlighter or a mild liner that will match with this kit. It is crazy unusual for me and definitely does not have the standard colors that I would typically use. So I am left to search through my stash, but don't worry, I found a brown mild lighter, which is crazy. I've never used it before. Those are my first marks with it, which you can actually sort of tell that. And I'm thrilled because it actually matches and it's great. So here we are. I am just going to fill in after I add the alternating. Okay, so I added alternating sticker and highlighter marks on the paper, and then I'm just going to go ahead and fill in the plans. This is how I plan at the beginning of the week. It's the reason I started planning, was to be able to keep track of all of the things that go on in my life and make sure that I've got them all notated. So that's why I still do it this way. Things have changed. 2 of my kids are in college now, so I have a little bit less going on, which is crazy to think about that, but it's true. And so I could switch, but I still like to remain true to the reason that I started planning. And obviously it still works great for me to have all of those things documented right there. Now I do the same thing for every single day. I just go through and I add the plans and I alternate between writing directly on stickers and writing directly on the paper. I add the mild liner not really because it's necessary, but because I like having those extra pops of color, and it does also sort of make those plans stand out. Now, I do try to use the quarter boxes, even though sometimes that can be a little bit difficult for me because my handwriting is pretty big. I don't know if any of you have that problem too. Quarter boxes definitely limit. However, with that said, if my son's going to work from 1 to 5, I don't really need a lot more room. So that's why I definitely make sure to add that. Now, this is a side note just in case you're wondering, because I can see that you'd be like, well, why does she need to include her son's work schedule? Because he's in college. It's really for me for meal planning, like to know, okay, what nights is he going to be here? What nights won't he be here? Those types of things. So it's not so much because I need to know his work schedule, because I don't really, but it's very helpful for me for planning dinners and who's going to be here and that type of thing. Now it's been a minute since I've done any brush lettering, and it sort of shows again right there on that brush lettering that I did right there, but it's cool. I'm okay with it. It doesn't need to be perfect. Obviously, it's just my planner, and I recognize looking at it that practice makes better, and so I should probably get back to doing a little bit more practicing of my brush lettering. And it definitely means that I will, because I would like it to return to a better state. Now I'm just going to, as I've already told you multiple times, continue on. I decided that at the bottom, I was going to go down to the bottom on Friday because I was thinking about where I might want future decorative elements when I go back and fill this in each day. Now I knew that I probably wanted to cluster some more decor up at the top, and so that's why I did the writing down at the bottom. It does require a little bit of forethought because I don't follow a specific I don't know, I don't always put everything in the exact same place each week. And so I do have to think about it every week, which I guess could be considered a little bit of reinventing the wheel. But for me, I enjoy the creativity, I enjoy the creative process, and I enjoy that each week looks a little bit different as well. So anyway, that's why we're there. Now I'm all the way over to Sunday. As you can see, the second half of the week definitely like sort of falls off for me in terms of plans, which isn't a bad thing. And then now I'm just going back and adding the things that pop up during the week. So the unexpected activities, the to-dos, the places that I need to go, that type of thing. And I just add those to the pages as I go each day. Can I say that any more times? No, I cannot. But again, I still continue to alternate. And this kit is just so fun because the colors are all so similar that I don't really feel like I'm having to pay a lot of attention in terms of, normally say this kit was pink and blue and yellow. I have to think a lot about, okay, I already used a pink sticker here. I don't want to use another one. I don't want it to be all bunched up, that kind of thing. But with this color palette, everything is so similar that it really doesn't matter that much. And so that's kind of cool, actually. I really am not hating that terribly. Now, sometimes when I get to planning, I don't feel like adding my icons. It's kind of weird, but it just doesn't seem like something that I want to do. And so I will go back and add those, a whole bunch of them at once at a later date, which is what I'm doing now. I'm sort of filling up the page with the icons right there. And it works out because then I sort of get in a groove and I'm finding the icons. And so I don't mind it that at times I don't feel like doing it. Like on a particular day, I'll be like, I don't really feel like pulling those out. And so I don't. All right, now I have some empty space here and I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to add. I'm not a big, huge fan of the mushrooms in this kit. And so I know that there'll probably definitely be a couple left over because they're not really my thing. So I definitely wanted to pull out that leaf because it's one of my favorites on the sheet. And so I went ahead and used it and sort of clustered it with the decorative element that I originally put down. Now, it's also sort of standalone-ish when you look at it as well, and that's why it's kind of cool because it fills that space on Tuesday and it goes well with the boxes, but it doesn't necessarily feel 100% like it's meant to be part of that decorative cluster. Now again, I'm just adding more icons as well. I had recently purchased a big order of icon stickers from Once More with Love. And they are so much fun. I really am enjoying them. And the little faces on the guys and stuff are super cute. Yet I still get to do like the functional, like a shopping cart or a car or those types of things. I just think that the icons really take the whole thing to the next level. For me, it makes them look just a little bit more cute and playful, which is one of the reasons that I love planning, because I love it just to be a lot of fun. Now, I keep most of them together in this little book, but there are sticker sheets that I have that are a lot bigger, either 5x7 or something like that, and they don't fit in this book, unfortunately, so they have to go in another one. And it has been a little bit difficult to wrap my brain around that, but that's all right. It's not that big of a deal, and I'm not usually in some huge hurry, so I have plenty of time to figure it all out. Now, like I said earlier, as we get to the weekend, I have a lot less going on, and there's a lot less things that I need to write down. And so I have to be a little bit more creative. Now, look at that. That also, by the way, sorry, not to jump out of the adding decoration and stuff like that heavier on this side of the page, but those Happy Planner sticker books, even though I'm not really using them so much anymore, they definitely still have a lot of value in them for me. They still have a bunch of icon stickers and stuff, and so I feel actually like sort of good about that because I'm using at least what I already have versus I'm not really buying any more Happy Planner stuff for a variety of reasons, but I do like the way that I'm able to still use those. Now you can see I put that washi strip right there. It's between Friday and Saturday and a little bit of Sunday, I think. And I love the way that it sort of carries your eye across multiple columns. I think that the brown sort of pops right there since it's a lot different. And then it also just adds the third part of that decorative cluster. So I'm really a big fan of that. These little washi strips are super thin. I mean, not like crazy thin or anything like that, but definitely thinner than your average strand of roll of washi, I'm sorry. And I really like it a lot. It's got subtle pattern. It's very, very pretty. And that's definitely something to be said for this color palette as well. It's very pretty, and I wouldn't have ordinarily thought that it was for me, but it's gorgeous. Now I am adding more icons, as you can see right here. Like I said, lots of the Once More with Love because are they Coffee Monster? No, they're Coffee Monster. I'm sorry. These are not Once More with Love. I bought a bunch of them from Coffee Monster and they're so cute. So anyway, I'll link you up below in case you are not familiar, but I think they're really a good time. Now you can see here we've got some more decorative work to do here. And I'm just filling in those boxes. Like that's what's cool at the end too, of being able to put in some full boxes and then use some of those washi strips that I wasn't sure I'd use. That is it for me. Thanks so much for stopping by and have a great day.